A city center brings the opportunity for residents to gather, for citizens to volunteer their time, and to come together and just be a community. Bringing to your earlier point, HOA folks, as well as open road citizens, youth, older folks, but to have a city center gives a sense of place. We did a survey, we went out to all of our residents, and the resounding number of folks asked that that city center eventually be located in Crabapple. We're pursuing a Crabapple visioning approach, and I would say that at this point, there's been strong support within the mayor and council, as well as our citizenry, that they would like to see something potentially located in Crabapple. However, I will say that we're also pursuing a livable community initiative through the Atlanta Region Commission. That master planning initiative on Highway 9 may give us a view that we haven't yet seen in terms of where that city hall should be. Right now, we've been evaluating our lease payments to the location where we currently have our city hall. And yet, when you look at the current marketplace, obviously we could potentially fund a city hall at a very low cost at the moment. So we have not yet made that decision in terms of when we would build. I think that the community has resoundingly said that they would like to see a city hall. The issue becomes, does it need to be in Crabapple or Alpharetta? The visioning study within Crabapple that we talked about, as I mentioned, does represent a high potential priority, but we also still don't yet know where our library is going to be going, which is a decision that's a function of Fulton County Library Board. So we will pursue a city hall. We most likely will finance it with very inexpensive money. We also have some dollars internally that we'll allocate.
Mr. Coons, 30 seconds.
You know, there's a proverb out there that says, first go and prepare your fields and then go and build your house. You know, my attitude on the city center right now is I don't think we have the revenues that really justify us having it. Obviously, land is cheap from that standpoint, but right now, should we spend that money for it? I don't know. I think land will be cheap for a while. So the question is that the number one priority that we should have? And I don't think so. I think we have too many safety concerns right now to deal with.
Ms. Bailey?
Financially, when you look at the comparison of lease payments to what it would cost to fund it, is actually cost neutral. So it wouldn't cost us one more dime than what we have, at least based on the numbers that we've looked at based on current financing costs. So if we pursue it, we need to pursue it based on strong financial positioning, which our city does have, and take advantage of the current marketplace.
Mr. Coons, the city recently agreed to purchase a historic house and, at the same time, had no specific plans for the use of this house. Do you agree that this purchase should have been made? Why or why not?
I agree that we should have looked into the purchase. I'm not sure it was the best deal. You know, looking at it, there was a piece of property up close to by where I live, that is near me, that went for, comparison-wise, much less. So, you know, I believe in the historic preservation of what the city is because we do have a diverse group of people that have lived here and a lot of people that care about the historical aspect of our city. I think it had a mural in there as well. I haven't seen it myself, but that may make it something that would be attractive. But we have to look at that. You know, is that the best use of our finances right now? I question that.
Ms. Bailey, you have 30 seconds to respond.
Thank you. It was a unanimous decision to purchase the Hopewell House. It's a historic structure. It was extremely inexpensive for the 4 acres that was purchased. It is significant to our future. We have to maintain those historic places. It's a sense of place. It also took C1 land off the market. Residents did not want to have a commercial node at Hopewell and Birmingham, so we accomplished a multitude of things with very few dollars, and we indeed could afford it, and it was also a unanimous decision and supported by the Historic Preservation Committee, as well as our Design Review Board, as well as our mayor, and all members of City Council. That was a 7-0 vote.
Mr. Coons, your response?
I wasn't there from that standpoint. You know, I mean, there's a lot that my opponent would know from her years on the council, but from my standpoint, where it is, priorities, roads, bike paths, sidewalks, safety. Government's first priority is safety. So leaning forward to where I would want to go first is making sure that the people, the community are safe. I have respect the wishes of the Historical Preservation Society, but I just see too much that we're not doing right now first.
The next question is